learn that trick on that Strat.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Guitar Lounge. I'm here with my buddy Rocky. We're gonna jam out today, talk about guitars and all that other good stuff. So Rock, you brought your Fender.
I did.
I love this guitar. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
I hated it when I first bought it. We'll start there.
Okay.
Just out of inexperience, didn't have proper setup, but slowly but surely, through the power of YouTube,
Yes.
learned how to set it up. Finally realized what I like about guitars and what I don't like, and did a bunch of things that I did like to this.
That's pretty cool. And that's a Mexican Strat, right?
Yeah, it's a Mexican Strat. It's an old, probably over a decade old at this point. Yeah.
Do you think that plays as good as like an American?
I do. I mean, the quality, I think the big difference is the quality control. That you have a better chance at getting a better quality guitar, an American Strat.
Yeah.
But you still have an opportunity to get a really good Mexican Stratocaster if you're willing to put in the time to do the research and pick up a bunch and play them, and you'll fall in love with one eventually.
Yeah. No, I had one when I was younger. I swear by it. I think the Mexicans, for value, it's crazy what you can get.
Yeah.
What's up with the Ace of Spades?
Just, I don't know, kind of my thing. I wanted to, all my guitars I've always had like a playing card and the pick guard for weird reasons. Like it's a way to modify it without it being permanent.
Yeah, totally.
Change the card. When I was playing shows and stuff, I would pick a card with a bunch of white space on it, like 3 clubs and stuff like that, and then write messages on it.
Oh,
so
cool.
Like, even from stage, because I don't sing, so I still have messages and stuff up here.
Nice.
It's kind of my own flair.
All right, that's cool. You've been in a bunch of bands. What's some of the name of the bands you've been in?
Well, in high school, I was in a band, No AM. Which, we were terrible.
Local favorites, No AM.
We were terrible, but you get your feet wet. And then most recent band, Gone to Plaid. That was a lot of fun. Played a lot of shows in the city. Never really got much notoriety, but people tend to like us and come out and hang out. It's really all that matters. Have a few drinks and play some music.
That's what the name of the game is for most people, including myself. So you want to jam out a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get our minds wrapped around some shred mania, let's tell you guys how we are hooked up here. So I'm playing this Jiva, which you guys seen before. I'm hooked up straight into the computer, into some Easy Mix plugins through the Guitar Gods pack, which is pretty awesome. And Rocky's got his Strat. He is hooked up through the Laney, then through this pedal board, which is insane. We don't need to see that.
Custom built.
Yes, and also custom insanity. And then we're going into the captor, which is then going into the computer. So you're getting that Laney sound through that. All right, so without further ado, let's rock. pretty good jam.
Yeah.
You want to swap guitars?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Dude, I love playing that guitar.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't have a Fender in my arsenal, which
Right.
is shame on me.
Invited over.
Yeah, exactly. So you made some mods to that. Also,
Just a few, yeah.
Rocky helped me mod the dragon,
Yes,
by
that
the
was
way.
a lot of fun.
I needed somebody with
awesome.
more electrical expertise than me, otherwise the thing would still be getting put together. So thanks you. Thanks you. But thank you for that. Yeah, so why don't you tell everyone what you did to this guy?
Well, when I first got it, it had never been set up, like, ever. So the bridge was, like, way out on, like, this 45-degree angle. I could never get it intonated. And I had this cheap $150 guitar, and I kept wondering why I loved playing that guitar more than I love this. I know it's a better quality guitar. It felt good in just holding it. And the minute I played it, I instantly hated it and just went back to my first cheap guitar. And started looking on YouTube and realized that this was way too high. It will never get intonated when it's that high. You almost have to, because it's not designed to be a floating trem like the Ibanez guitar that we played
It's just
earlier.
one direction.
It's just supposed to be one direction. I mean, you can float it a little bit so that you can pull back to get it to go up, but the more you go, the less it will stay in tune, the more you do that. So I pretty much have this blocked off. Like, I don't play it at all. Like, it's pretty much flush against the bottom.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
Which makes it easier to keep the string straight.
Yeah.
Like, back to what I had mentioned before about knowing what I liked about guitars, it's like, I'd never use the whammy bar. like it's fun to play around with, and then you realize that your guitar's out of tune because you're playing a cheaper guitar and it just never stays in tune. So I just never use it, and that is one of the things that I realized that I didn't like about the guitar, was that I was trying to get a feature to work that I never used anyway.
Yeah.
So I flattened that out, and I was able to stay in tune, and then I kind of took it from there.
You walk into Guitar Center,
Yes.
or Sam Ash, or whatever, your local guitar shop. You pick up a guitar. What is a riff you play that you just know you're gonna play in the guitar store to test a guitar?
Oh my. It's not the proudest thing that one can play, but one of my warm-up songs, and I would definitely play it just because it's got hammer-ons and pull-offs and full chords and bar chords, and it goes from clean to distortion, is What's This Life For by Creed.
Oh man.
It's not exactly a riff, it's not exactly what you were looking for, but it's just got a little mix of everything, so you can get a feel of in a brief period of time on what you're working with.
I always have trouble whenever I sit down with something. You walk into the store and you're seeing all the stuff, and then there's always that one guitar that's kind of like, oh, I want to play that.
Right.
And you take it down and you go find an amp and you plug it in and you turn up the volume and you're just like,
yeah, everybody's listening now. Right.
yeah, it's just sort of like you don't even know what to do.
You either feel like you have to play the most complicated stuff, to justify playing a guitar that expensive, or the simplest stuff to make it seem like you're being very meticulous about what you're playing, where you're listening to every note and every bend, and you know, it's like,
when I was younger,
he's not trying, he's really testing out the guitar.
Yeah, he's really listening for those notes. I used to always like do this thing and like look down the fretboard. I didn't even know why I was doing it.
Well, you do now, but
I do now.
It's like kicking the tires on a car.
It's like, why is he doing that? Like, now sometimes I'll just get in there and I'm like, I'll just do like, and you look.
Yeah, and just listen. It's like,
and you look like I wonder what someone else thinks of what I'm doing. That they're like, oh wow, the guy really knows. He's really hearing if the intonation's good on that, or like, so he's feeling the frets. It's just like, and I'm just sitting there like, I hope everyone thinks I'm cool.
Checking to make sure that bend is even throughout. Like, it doesn't fret out or anything.
That would be the science to it. Most of the time, I'm just sitting there going like, this guitar is awesome. How can I afford it? Does everyone think I'm cool?
How do I look?
Do I look badass?
Yeah.
Any new guitars on the horizon for you?
I've been shopping around. I really have landed on just the Explorer body. Like, I've gotten to the point where, and again, going full circle, a lot of it's coming down to knowing what I want and knowing what I like and what I don't like and why I like it. It makes it a lot easier to shop around for different companies, for different even models within the same company. I mean, even Gibson and Explorer, you and I talk about it all the time. It's like, Explorer is probably the better bang for the buck. I mean, when it comes down to specs and gear, it's like, if you love that body, that is probably the way to go.
You just have to be in love with ugly, and you're all right.
Yeah, you just have to I mean,
and it really, because if you get, like, this is a limited edition model, and it will cost you less than your run-of-the-mill Les Paul standard.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy.
But if you can get past the brand, and like
I found a Dean that I love. The Explorer body. It's brand new flame maple top.
Deans are good guitars, but again, it's like it's just one of those things that I always.
The guitar that I'm talking about on this video.
We can work on it. With Fenders, it's cool because they're so moddable, but then you're looking at.
This was my the proudest thing that I did. This is a DiMarzio DP100 that's in here. This is not a stock pickup. And the volume knob to match just because I thought it looked cool.
No, it is cool.
It kind of matches the Ace of Spades now.
Hey,
so
look at that
whole theme going on. But again, just to reiterate what we're talking about, you realize what you like and what you don't like, and I really don't like single coil pickups. I like the way they sound. I love having the option. I'm sure with the Ibanez that you just bought, it's great having the option with the splits and the single coils and stuff. And I love the single coils more now that I'm not forced to play on them. It gives me so much variety.
Having the humbucker in there is pretty clutch, especially that bridge on the Fender is so hot.
And about moddable, I was ready to route out the back cavity and put it in. Like, I wanted to mod it and 100% make it mine. I took off the pick guard just to see what was underneath, and the Mexican Strats already got routed out bridge and routed out bridge and neck.
Look at that.
So I didn't have to do the routing. I just needed to wire in the pickup, which was great.
That's awesome. That's cool.
So that was awesome. And then I fell in love with the guitar. Now I can't go.
It's a cool color too. I like the wine red.
Yeah, it's classy.
Let's go back in time. You're starting out at what was like some of the first things you learned on guitar?
Damn it. Instantly, like, when if you ask that is the first full song, I will not attempt to play it in drop D because I will butcher it. But that is the first full song that I learned how to play, Oddly enough, that might be also the second riff I learned how to play. First riff that I can fondly remember annoying everybody learning how to play was Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to learn how to play it
Oh my god.
But yeah, damn it. That without a doubt, that was the
cool.
first riff and first full song that I learned how to play.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. What about you? Like growing up, like a lot of us looked up to you because you were the older guitarist, and you.
I still am because
you
I'm
still
an old
are.
man.
Yeah. But now I know some of the tricks, so it's. But
There are no tricks.
Did you really push yourself to learn? That was.
Oh man. Well, it was,
get some ideas from.
well, I mean, it was funny because I was immediately drawn to like the guitar solo.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing to learn when you're starting. Trust me, it's not. But I remember just learning how to kind of like play chords and stuff, and I was getting my hand moving pretty good on the neck. And I just wanted to play November Rain so bad that I literally had the cassette and had a boombox, and I would just rewind, play, and just listen to every note. And eventually I just sort of learned like where all the notes were. Because to be honest, until the ending, it's really not that hard. Like, it's kind of slow and melodic.
There's a lot of stuff going on in that song, so as much as you want to play it and rock out, there's like... It depends which guitar part you want to play and where. He's not playing all the time.
No,
and even if he is, he knows his place during certain parts, and like they become easier to learn that part.
Yeah, really, it's not that hard of a song to play, and then even for like a young guy, it's long
to remember.
But I remember, I'll never forget it because it was one of those moments where like I finally pieced all the notes together. It took me like a week, and that first solo he plays, and I nailed it like all the way through. I had no idea like what I was doing. I didn't know why I was doing it. I didn't know the scales, the notes, nothing. I just remembered all the frets, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I went to my friend's house like a week later. He has a piano, and he had the sheet music from November Rain. And I'm like,
that's awesome.
I was like, you could play that, dude? And he was like, yeah, you want to play it? I was like, please play it right now. And I like ran to my house, grabbed my little practice amp, came back, stood on top of his piano when his mom was going crazy, and then I just started playing the solo. And then, everyone thought it was hilarious, probably because it sucked. But man, it was cool. That was one of my first moments of doing that. All right, man, thank you so much for hanging out with me and jamming. That was awesome. Rocky has also done a podcast with myself and our friend Davis. It was called The Cantina Review. You guys have seen the banner probably in the background in my room. We did 50 some odd episodes.
Yeah. Can't remember the exact number on it.
We are up on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, all that good stuff, and the website.
CantinaReview.com, which is still active.
There we go.
Check it out.
That's Rocky's baby.
Yeah.
So but that was a cool show we did. It's we reviewed new albums, we did old albums in the Hall of Awesome, we called it, and we also did cool playlists.
Yeah.
Which were awesome. They were so much fun, man.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. But check that out. And we also always go every year to Fear the Riff, which is this t-shirt right here.
Heaven on earth.
Oh, it's the coolest. If you're in the New York area, tri-state area, every summer for the last 2 years they've been doing this like guitar pedal expo. It's super cool. We're always there, so if you want to go, find us, say hello, hang out, and check out all that gear. But yeah, man, once again, thanks for coming by, and want to play everybody out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Crazy.
It's crazy.
But it's